RFID, it's a scam. Don't buy into it. Keep watching. Welcome to Walletopia. For more information, go to walletopia.info and register so you can receive notifications when new videos come out. All right, today, as mentioned, we're going to talk about RFID. It is a total scam. Early on, as credit card and other companies were experimenting with various methods for payment, the ability to have a contactless payment form was created. Why not? The whole tapping thing we see today. This allowed those who had cards with RFID, which is radio frequency identification technology, to place their card close to the receiving payment device and pay for the purchase without the need to actually swipe their card, or today to insert it. Although the swiping technology via the magnetic strip is still there. Now, these types of cards have marketing names on them, cards like PayPass, PayWave, Express Pay, etc. Now, if you've had any of these on your card or you've had a wavy logo there, then you've had an RFID enabled card in the past. Now, if it's been an RFID card like, ouch, then those are things that we're actually getting rid of. Security researchers proved quickly that the RFID technology had its weaknesses in the close field transmission that the convenience provided to users when they were getting close. It's this space in between the card and where you were tapping. Since it was a signal, it could be picked up by anyone with the right equipment, who could clone a card's information and use it for fraudulent purposes. Now, first of all, the transmission was in the clear, meaning that there was no encryption on the data being transmitted at all. But there's an even bigger problem with this in real-life implementation, especially about this being the holy grail of criminals. It's one thing to find a problem in the research lab. It's a completely another issue to see that it's used in the real world. In other words, this is a bust of a real-life problem. For starters, you have to be within a few feet and sometimes inches of the transmitting card to skim it. Criminals aren't that stupid. To start with, the percentage of credit cards with RFID transmission technology today is small, statistically around 0%. So would a criminal stand on the corner of a busy street for hours and hours hoping to catch a would-be victim when the likelihood of success is so low? Probably not. They know they can spend their time more effectively doing something else. The cost of acquiring all the equipment needed to sniff an RFID signal is much more than the cost of just going to the underground internet, buying a bulk block of credit card numbers, and then using those. They know how to use their time for the best return and not waste it on something with little chance of success. But what about the other RFID-enabled items like passports, ID cards, driver's licenses, and so forth? Well, the best the criminal might be able to glean from those items is an address. That information is ubiquitous and frankly not very useful to them. Okay, so what about the risks in today's market? As technology tends to do, it advances quickly, and the use of RFID has quickly fallen out of favor as the new EMV chips, that's these little things that we see here, have been adopted. As credit cards expire, new ones are issued, and this new technology advances, and so too are new cards issued. Some companies like American Express still offer all three options on their card: contactless magnetic strip and EMV chips for convenience. But with the country-wide move to these chips, vulnerable RFID has gone the way of the dinosaur. Thus, the need for RFID blocking in wallets is gone. Additionally, with the move towards mobile payments using cell phones and wearables, it's diminished the lure of RFID as a threat across the world. It's just not an issue. For example, the new metallic square chips on these new cards are not RFID, and any new RFID cards now incorporate a chip and pin protection system. Okay, what that means is that it generates a new password key between the card and the machine every time it's used for payment. It's not in the clear. It makes it near impossible to capture and replicate that information. This is the same password technology used in NFC, near field communication, which you've heard more about. And that you see more with phone apps and the way you can pay by tapping. Roger Grimes of InfoWorld wrote an article where he characterized RFID, and we'll put this in the notes, as a scare and nothing but entertainment for the paranoid. But that in itself makes this a wonderful opportunity for companies to capitalize on the scare and make some money. We can even find the Electronic Frontier Foundation, the EFF, trying to sell you an RFID blocking wallet. You'll see that despite the lack of any real threat, companies have rushed to produce wallets and purses which block RFID. If you have as many RFID blocking wallet choices as you did for normal wallets, you would then get the feel that, wow, maybe this is a problem. But the fact remains, however, that this is a marketing opportunity. There is no real threat to your wallet from RFID skimming. RFID wallets and purses continue to be sold at an increasing rate. We see it everywhere, and nothing more to support the hype than really fear. The real leather and other materials lost to RFID fabric is a real shame and reduces the quality of the product that you buy. So, with the low risk, evolving technology and fraud coverage that you get from your credit cards, really, I'd like to hear from anybody who has had their card compromised from the RFID scare. And if you have, what did you lose? As most of us have experienced, sometimes several times, our credit card information will be compromised. If it hasn't already, it will be. But it won't be via RFID thievery. It will continue to happen as website hacks are successful in harvesting millions of credit card numbers, but again, not via RFID. So don't waste your money on a special RFID blocking wallet. Buy the wallet you want with the quality materials and forget RFID. Thanks for tuning in today. Ring the bell, subscribe, let us know if you have any comments on this. Thanks, bye.